What's up everyone, in this video I will show you how you can do this effect with all the stuff flying in the air, this levitation hovering effect, and it's a pretty simple effect to do. You just need to know a few tips and tricks, and many on Instagram ask me how I did this, so I will show you in this video. Let's get straight to it. So I've here loaded up my blend file for this animation. It looks kind of funny from the side view, but in the camera everything makes sense. We have like the Egyptian buildings and stuff right here in the middle, and some rocks in the foreground where our character is. And yes, so what I want to have flying in the air are all these buildings, and maybe also some rocks in the foreground, like these rocks here. Yes, so let's select all the buildings. I put them all into a collection, so I can just right click the collection and select objects. Okay, this is everything I want to bring up in the air. So you can see, like, based on these origin points, these are so many objects, and each building contains some different objects, and if I would just animate this hand by hand, it would take so long. But what you can do with a few tricks, we can animate this all in just a few clicks, so stay tuned. First of all, let's deselect everything we don't want to have in the air, and mainly these are these planes, like these ground planes, because if they fly like in the air, it looks really weird. And I did another collection for these. Now all these ground planes are in a collection. Let's hide it. Wait, make sure to not have anything selected, and then let's hide them. And now let's right click on the collection and select objects. And now if we bring back the ground, you can see it's not selected. Another thing that is important, in my case, all these buildings are parented to an empty. Like you can see here, and also right here, you can see this empty, and below there are the individual parts of the building. So if that's the case, make sure to also deselect the empties. Okay, now you can see only the objects below the empties are selected, and now we are ready to do the magic. Let's go into camera view, then select the frame where you want all the things to fly up in the air. For me, it's when the staff of the character hits the ground. That's right about, let's do here at frame 195. And now press I on the keyboard and select location and rotation. Depending on how many objects you have, this can also take a few seconds. Okay, then let's go maybe around 5 frames forward. You can also change these depending on how fast you want it to go up, but I want it pretty fast, so let's do only 5 frames. Now press F3 for the search menu and type in randomize transform and press enter. Okay, great. Now we got this menu down here. Let's open it up. And now we can change which transforms should be randomized. So we want to randomize it on the Z axis because we want it to fly up. So let's put in something like maybe 30. Okay. And now you can see how it spreads everything out. But let's also add a small rotation. Maybe something like 10. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, maybe even a little bit more. Let's try 15. Okay, perfect, let's go with that. But now we also have the problem that some part of the buildings are stuck underground. So we can fix this by just selecting G for moving it, and then moving up on the Z axis until nothing is underground anymore. And now, before you do anything else, don't forget to press I again on the keyboard and select location and rotation to insert another keyframe at frame 200. We already have the basic effect. You can see if we go forward, everything flies up in the air. And this already looks pretty cool. But now when you go further, it's just stuck up there in the air. So for that, with still all the objects selected, and by the way, if you accidentally deselect it like this, you can just press Ctrl Z and you have them selected again. But yeah, let's go forward to the end of the animation. Let's say frame 300. And now let's repeat this whole process again, but just with a little bit of movement. So let's press F3 again, randomize transform. And now the values of last time are saved, but let's change that down to maybe maybe 5. And this also to something like 5. Or maybe let's do 10. Okay, now let's grab all the objects again and move them up on the Z axis, maybe something like this. And press I again on the keyboard and insert a keyframe for location and rotation. Okay, and now when we play it, we can see it goes up really fast here, and then it slows down, slows down, slows down until the end, which is perfect. By the way, why it slows down is because we have Bezier curves activated. If you go into the graphs editor, you can see all these graphs. It's a little bit crazy. Let's just select one, and you can see these automatic Bezier curves, and it makes like this curve. If you don't want that, or if you have linear activated, you can just select all, press T on the keyboard and select linear. Or if you already have linear, you can press T and select Bezier. Okay, that gives you just a little bit smoother movement. Let's go back to the timeline. Okay, now we have some objects that don't really look good in the air. For example, this big rock thing, or these parts here on the side are a little too big to flow up, and you can see under the geometry, which looks weird. So let's put them down on the ground because they are too heavy or whatever. Let's just select the ones you want to have on the ground, and then you can just select all the keyframes again, so everything is selected, and go back where they are still on the ground, and then just delete these keyframes. And now when you go forward, these things stay on the ground. Something that also didn't look good in my opinion were these tents right here, because it just looks weird when they fly up in the air. So let's also keep them on the ground by just deleting the keyframes. And you can also really easily art direct it a little bit further. For example, the pyramid back here, I don't really like it because you can also see under it, which looks weird. So let's go to this frame right here and just move it how we want it to. Let's go to the front. Okay, that looks way better. Let's insert a keyframe again and just update this position, and also do it at the end. Maybe let's change it a little bit differently so it still moves in the end, and let's update the keyframe again. Okay, and now you can see it goes up exactly how we want. And yes, that's already this effect. I also did the same thing for the stones. I put all the stones in a collection right here, and also put in a keyframe when they're on the ground, then move them up with randomized transform and rotation, and then move them a little bit further up so they kind of look like they're floating and still moving a little bit in slow motion. And yes, that's how you can do this really easy, cool looking effect for your animations. Make sure if you do it yourself and implement it in your own animations, make sure to tag me on Instagram so I can see it, because I love to see your stuff and maybe I can also repost it. And yes, also check out my Instagram and all my other social medias. Check out the description and also my Patreon course to learn more and have even more exclusive tutorials. And leave a like on the video if you liked it and dislike it if you don't, and make sure to give feedback in the comments. And yes, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you guys a great week. Until next time, goodbye.